What if I told you that a beloved peanut butter cracker was hiding a dark and twisted story? A story that goes beyond your typical creepypasta, involving split personalities, brainwashing, and it all started with the death of Aiden's son. Well, prepare for a scare, my friends, because today we're diving into the terrifying story of the Nudder Butter TikTok page. And it all started with a kid who might just be the key to unraveling the entire mystery. Our story begins with a character named Aiden. And if you've been following the lore hidden in the Nudder Butter TikTok account, you'll know this is where things get weird. Based on the clues we've gathered, Aiden is more than likely to be the very same kid from the original Nudder Butter commercial. A very old commercial, like in the 80s. Let me throw it up on the screen for you real quick.
Here's the Nudder Butter peanut butter sandwich cookie riddle. What has creamy peanut butter filling up its middle? And is peanut shaped and crunchy too?
It's another Nudder Butter peanut butter sandwich cookie.
Aw, you knew.
Here, Nudder Butter Man. Have another Nudder Butter peanut butter sandwich cookie.
We're both from Nabisco.
Now, isn't that creepy? I mean, he walked up and a kid gave him some Nutter Butters. Stranger freaking danger. Now, here's where things get disturbing. The only imagery we really have of Aiden is an adult that looks like him with a Nutter Butter head, which leads me to believe that Mr. Nutter Butter Man is trying to turn Aiden into one of those cursed treats. But why? Well, it all comes down to control. Based on a couple TikToks we found, Mr. Nutter Butter isn't just turning people into snacks, he's targeting kids. And I believe that one TikTok, shown on the screen right now, with the park full of Nutter Butters, could mean that he's turning kids into Nutter Butters. And I think he turns them into Nutter Butters using trauma and manipulation! This is where Aiden's mind comes in plays. I believe that every TikTok we see is Aiden's, believe it or not, dreams.
Hello there.
One thing that supports this is the use of magic in one of the TikToks. It literally turned Nutter Butter like to sparkles. I'll show that on the screen real quick. So everything we see from the spells to Mr. Nutter Butter's TikTok horrific images could be a result of brainwashing, a way for Nutter Butter Man to invade Aiden's subconscious, turning into his personal playground and ultimately driving Aiden into a state of weakness and paranoia. Classic psychological warfare. In one video, when played reverse, a voice clearly says the dreams are real.
The dreams are real. The dreams were real.
And this might be the most important clue yet. These dreams aren't just dreams, they're a twisted reality, a nightmarish version of the world, where the Nutter Butter Man controls everything, constantly filling Aiden's mind with this disturbing imagery. Aiden isn't just fighting his external environment, he's fighting for control of his own mind. And speaking of trauma, the death of Aiden's son, Brian, is a huge turning point. Nutter Butter Man didn't just go after Aiden for no reason, it's clear that he's seeking revenge. Revenge for what, you may ask? Nutter Butter has likely been after Aiden ever since he escaped as a kid, but he failed back then. And now, he's getting revenge by targeting Aiden's son, Brian. A death that sends Aiden spiraling into emotional and psychological collapse, leaving him in a vulnerable state. Perfect for... But it's not just Aiden, the story. There's also Nadia. Here's the part of the theory where I think it's gonna blow your mind. Nadia isn't a real person. She's actually a figment of Aiden's imagination. More specifically, I believe Nadia is a split personality, a version of Aiden's psyche that he created to help him cope with his trauma. In one image, Nadia is seen sitting in a tree surrounded by Nutter Butters, with one on the ground. That fallen Nutter Butter could represent the death of Brian. It's Nadia trying to bring Aiden back to reality, back to sanity, and away from the influence of Nutter Butter Man. It's no coincidence that Nadia is often depicted as the void. She's not real. Mr. Nutter Butter Man isn't just after Aiden for no reason. He needs him. Why? Because I think Aiden is the one who got away, the one that survived Nutter Butter Man, and now the Nutter Butter Man is determined to finish what he started, to break Aiden down mentally so he can finally turn him to a Nutter Butter. The Nutter Butter Man wants complete control. But here's the interesting part. At one point, we see him using magic to make Nutter Butter Man disappear. This could symbolize Aiden fighting back, using the last bit of strength to regain control over his mind. He's slowly picking up that this is a dream, and you know when you're in your dream, you can control it. Oh, and by the way, Pat, I'm pretty sure I found out, but I'm pretty sure all the cat imagery you were asking in that one GT Live I watched, I'm pretty sure all the cat imagery is because cats often go after small rodents as their prey, and I think all the cat imagery could depict that, like, could show, like, how the Nutter Butter Man is kind of like a cat, how he's going after a smaller prey, i.e. kids. So, I don't know, maybe that's what I think. Of course, cats have some, like, Egyptian seen as gods or something, but I don't know. I'm not stepping into god territory here. So, yeah, that's all.
Okay, so obviously we got cat dance.
A lot of cats.
A lot of cats. I don't know if that's for the memes or if there's a reason for it. Because cats keep cutting into the various videos that we've been seeing. Like, they keep cutting to cats. I don't know if that matters. So Aiden disappears.